Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Home Rich Studio. In today's video, I'll be making 2 wreaths and a wall hanging. And this video is part of a collaboration called Wood Round or Wreath Wednesday, which I'll tell you about shortly. But first, let's just go make something. Okay, number 1, we're going to make this little cutie. And I believe this is all Dollar Tree items. And I know you can make it with all Dollar Tree items. So I have a wood round and I have these 2 pieces here. They come in 2 different styles, but I had 2 of these and those are going to be the antlers. I have 2 eyes cut out of felt, black felt. I have that wood round piece there, the small one. This little snowflake, it comes in a pack with a bunch of them. Some ribbon. And I swap out that truffle for antique wax. And I also have this glitter. It is an ultra fine copper penny color. I don't remember where I got it from, sorry. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to remove this. I'm untying it because I want to use this as the hanger at the end. And then I'm just going to take and paint that. Bam, just like that, with a heavy coat of the antique wax. And I have a wet baby wipe here, and I'm going to wipe it up because it's just too much. There's too much on it. So after I started wiping it, I'm like, oh, look at that terrible looking line in it, or the imperfection there. I did not like that at all. And I went ahead and stained the back side. I had so much stain on there that I was able to use that baby wipe and stain the back also. But also I would have finished the back anyway. Doing the same thing with the antlers. I'm just throwing a coat of stain on them and then wiping them up, as well as this round wood circle. Now I have some red chalk paint. I think it's called Imperial. I think it's folk art, and I believe I got that. It was either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I don't remember, but it's just red chalk paint. And you can use acrylic paint if you don't have this. And I'm just putting 1 coat on top of that stain. The reason I put the stain on there is because I didn't want this to be super white or bright, vivid red. And now after these are all dried, the antlers, that is, and I did do both sides, I'm just putting a coat of Mod Podge on here, not super thick but heavy enough that it's not going to dry because I'm going to put glitter on here. So I take that fine glitter, this is such a pretty color, and I just sprinkled a little teeny bit on there. I didn't want a lot. I'm not a glitter person. I'm not at all, but I had to do it. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to place the antlers and the eyes and the nose. And you want to make sure that you stay away from those little indentations or the little holes, because we're going to put the hanger back in. And so I'm just figuring out the placement, and then I've decided I was going to paint on the eyes. Because everything is painted, I thought this would look really nice painted and not using the felt pieces that I trimmed out. And I like it. I should have left it, and I went a little bit too far, and I'll show you in a minute. But the way I placed his nose, I just put a little teeny black dot down by the side where I was going to start the nose, and then I put wood glue that you can also get from the Dollar Tree, and then hot glue on there. So this is kind of going to be like a reindeer, kind of partially looking sideways. And I did the same thing with the antlers. I put wood glue and then hot glue on those too, and they're going to kind of go on the side, not to cover up the holes where, you know, we're going to put that hanger back in. And then I just put something heavy on it to hold it. And this is where I went wrong. I thought I would make the reindeer look cute, and I took some white chalk paint and I dabbed those eyes. And I guess it would have been okay, but then the chalk paint got like really thick and goopy, and it just did not look good, trust me. And I think it just gave it more of a, I don't know, I didn't like it. We'll just say I didn't like it. Maybe more of a cartoon look. But I did frost the top of its nose just with some paint. And here I'm just putting that back in. I'm just poking it through the holes in the back and then tying a little teeny knot in the front, and then remove the extra rope or twine. And now I have some sheer ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make a long shoelace bow. Yeah, I stuck my finger right in the paint. Now you can see it on the upper right eye. These eyes were so messed up. But anyway, I'm not a really great, I can draw well, but not like eyes and noses and stuff like that. But anyway, I gave it my best shot. So I just took a really long piece of this ribbon and made a bow out of it, and now I'm just gluing it on. I'm kind of ruching it up on the ends and gluing it. And then I struggled with this ribbon. Maybe it was a bad batch or something. It was just fuzzy, and it was sticking on my fingers, and it was sticking in the glue, and it just kept like raveling and unraveling and unraveling. And yeah, I did get through it, but it was a pain in the butt, and I try to use a lot of it. But as you see, I'm just building this bow up. So on top of the sheer ribbon, I put the snowflake ribbon, and then I just kept on making circles. And, you know, with the hot glue, as you can see, making little circles out of a bunch of them. And then I just keep pushing them down in the middle and building up the center bow there. And then I did it with also the sheer ribbon too. And I don't know how many I put on there, maybe 4 of the snowflake and maybe 2 or 3 of the sheer ribbon. And in the middle, I just put that little snowflake. And now on the antlers, I'm just kind of wrapping around those pit berries that I didn't show you earlier. They were on my table. I'm like, oh, that would look cute too. So then I put a little bell on the snowflake, and then I thought it just looked too plain, so I'm just adding more of those round circles that you push in the middle, and it forms a little bow. And I just keep adding those to my liking and layering them on top of each other. And then I put some more bells in there. And then, yeah, I just went and glued those felt pieces on there because I hated those eyes. And these are just little balls off of the little pick, those little white balls. I glued a couple on there for its eyes, and I thought it needed some greenery. And these are picks from the Dollar Tree. They're, I think they're from the Dollar Tree. I got them last year. But they're just like sparkly greenery with like little white balls in it. Yeah, you know what? I didn't get these from Dollar Tree, but I don't know where I got them from. Probably Hobby Lobby. I go at the end of the year, and I just grab a whole bunch of stuff, whatever they have left over, especially the picks and the ribbon and stuff like that. I made little eyelashes or eyebrows, and I was going to glue them on, but he kept looking mad and angry, so I decided not to do that. And then I had a little red pine cone, a little red sparkly one. I just glued it on top of that. And that's it for this project. I think he turned out super, super cute. He's hanging up on my wall, and every time I pass him, it just kind of puts a smile on my face. So I hope that you like this one too. So on the fourth Wednesday of every month, there is a collaboration called WWW, or Wood Round or Wreath Wednesday. And that's all we make, wreaths or something with a wood round. And this collab is hosted by 2 beautiful and talented women, Aurea with DIY with Aurea and Loli with Loli D's Creations. Now I put the channel links for their channels in my description box below this video so you can check them out. And if you already haven't, you should, because they are very talented. Also in the description box is the playlist, so you can watch all of the participants that are in this collaboration for tons of ideas and inspiration. Okay, DIY number 2. And this is a clearance piece. Now I got this piece last year at Hobby Lobby, and it was $6 and some odd cents, like almost $7, regularly $30. So I picked this up because it was on clearance. And I had the H, the M, and the E. I picked those up. Those were on clearance. They were $3.99. Also Hobby Lobby, 99 cents. They did not have the O, or I would have bought it, but that's okay because you know we can do all kinds of things for the O. And so we're going to glue these onto the metal. You know, hot glue doesn't work metal to metal, just a quick temporary hold. So we're going to put some E6000 on that to hold it down. I made little markings where I wanted the left lower tip of the H. I made just a little teeny dot on the one side and also on the other side with the E, so they would stay in, in line, so they were even. And then I butted the M up right to the E. And then I have this little piece of wreath here. Dollar Tree sells a big strand of these for $1.25. And yep, I just took a little circle out and then twisted the top together. And now I'm just trimming all the extra fluffy stuff off of it because they're just really wild and thick. And so there's my O. And a big warm welcome to all of you watching today. And a shout out to all of my subs. Thank you for all you do. If you're not a subscriber, come join my Homeward Studio family. It's easy and it's totally free. All you have to do is just hit the subscription button, or the subscribe button, I should say, and the notification bell, and then you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Okay, so back to this piece here on the little wreath for the O. I just put a little bow on it, just some ribbon I had left over. And then I have these sparkly silver picks, and they came in a pack of 6 from the Dollar Tree. I picked those up last year. I'm sure they'll have them again. These are great. I zip tied 2 across, or I put 2, end to end, and then I cut the ends off, and then the other 2 end to end, so it makes one long piece. And I zip tied in the middle, and now I'm just putting a generous amount of hot glue to hold those leaves onto the wood part of the circle here. And then I just had one of these large poinsettias in my stash, and I glued it on there. And I have these picks from the Dollar Tree also. I'm going to glue 2 on each side. And you can make this with a pizza pan. You could buy these letters. Unfortunately, they might not be on clearance, but there's a whole bunch of different letters at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. You can buy wood ones and paint them silver. But this is, it was in clearance, and I just couldn't pass it up. I think this is just, I was going to make something like in the summer with it, or in the fall, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn this into Christmas because I've had it for a year. So now I just have some red sparkly pine cones that I popped in there, and that's it. This super simple, super easy. And this whole thing was like $7, $8, $9, $10, probably $12 total to make this whole thing. And yeah, there I am. You can see me filming it. But oh well, what can you do? Anyway, I like this piece a lot too. It's simple, but it's kind of more rustic. And here's my last piece. And this is more of a hack than anything, but it's so elegant. And you can make a wreath so cheap these days. $5 at Dollar Tree Plus for this wreath. It's a nice big hearty wreath. It has all the goods on it already. 1 flower and some ribbon. I don't know where I got this from, but yeah, it was $2. Got it last year. It was not the Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree has beautiful ribbon. You know that. And this is how I'm going to jazz it up a little bit. I just take this ribbon and I just make one big loop, as you'll see here in a second, because this is going to be the hanger. And I just put it underneath there, and I'm just going to glue it together to hold it. And now I'm going to fold this over on itself several times so I have 3 bows on each side. So I just keep folding it over on itself, not twisting it or anything, and then cutting it off. Make sure that you count. Find the center by folding it in half, and I have just this little teeny piece of pipe cleaner, and I'm just giving it a good twist. You can use anything, floral wire, pipe cleaner, zip ties. I just kind of, I don't know, change it up here and there. I was going to try to figure out if I could maybe tie this onto that hanger, but I just didn't like how it was weighing it down. So I decided to go in a different direction. But first I'm going to fluff it out here a little bit, pull out all 3 of those loops. And then I'm going to give it a generous amount of hot glue, and then hot glue it right onto the other piece of ribbon. And now you can do different things here. You can put different things in the middle. I just love this velvet looking poinsettia, and that is it, you guys. That's it. Super simple. Now you can put ornaments on here. You can put some snowflakes in there. That would be really pretty. You could probably put some bells on there, but I liked it this simple. The wreath was $5, and I didn't even use all the ribbon, and the poinsettia was a pick I had. So basically, let's say this was like a $6 wreath, and it looks really nice. Like you could buy something from Home Goods like that, and you would pay a lot more money. And here's all my pieces, and that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you. Don't forget to check out the hosts' channels as well as the playlist in my description box, and you'll get tons of ideas and inspiration. I'll be back real soon. Have a blessed week. Bye.